I didn't find entrance in his home. I searched inside and out the house, but no door seems to lead into it. After I randomly explored the corridors and rooms, I had an intuitive feeling. I'll ask Miss Murder in this mystery. However, while searching the damn entrance, my feet took me in the basement and I discovered a treasure of old wines. The recently bottles were around 30 years old. I guess my grandmother wasn't much a drinker. And the wine cellar must remain untouched since her husband passed away. Did my mother come here during the teen years, defying her parents' rule to steal bottle, share with her friends from the village? I was convinced during one of these parties, celebrating by sacrificing this rare vintage on the altar of youth, when my mother saw me not being sober enough to resist the charm of young local farmer. When I was old enough to ask, she always answered with a hand gesture that my father was from the village and hadn't wanted to recognize this childhood he didn't ask. And all in all, she said, we are better without him. That's a weird gesture. Maybe I should bring a bottle to Miss Burton. Should I take one? Well, if I bring to Mrs. Burton, she is so old, very old enough to drink. Then after a drink, she will die. No, I will not bring some. Wow, like it's not a bad idea. And getting drunk like that in the middle of the day, it's not like me at all. Oh, what should I do next? Do next. Yes, as Miss Burton. Good morning, Mrs. Burton. How are you doing? Oh, hi, Miss Daphne. My joints are aching today. Must be the weather getting colder. Summer always goes so fast. It's almost already fall. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh, I forgot to. Oh, I remember. But enough talking about me. I'm sure you haven't come around here to hear the old man complain about her rheumatism. How can I help you, miss? Let's talk about your mother business. I visited the house, gone into every room, and I noticed all the furniture was covered with white linen sheet. Yes, yes, it is. Yes, yes, it's my younger grandmother who asked me to close the most of the rooms. She lived alone in the house and she never had any visitors. It always to prevent furniture from being damaged. Why are you asking? Do you want me to open up the rest of the house? No, that's not why I'm asking. One of the rooms my mother's old bedroom. It wasn't close as you say. I forgot. Oh my gosh, I screwed it up again. It broke her heart. And wasn't the same afterwards, right until she died. She never gave up hope. Your mother would come back. She asked me to make her room every day just in case. She used to say. Something else? Oh my gosh. Why your face expression like so mean? couldn't find the entrance of the tower. Didn't know how to get inside? And I can't say, Miss, no, I couldn't tell you how to get in. And if my life depended on it, Madame, your grandmother used to say, it has been walled up, and we'd rather not know what what's inside. Do you mean that no one got inside the tower since that? What? On the bed? You know what is like what the 30 years ago, 40 years ago? Whoa, way more than that. I'm 16. I've been living here since I was 14. Oh, did I say 16? I mean 67. And I always knew the tower like this. So no one knows what's inside, right? You must have your own idea, don't you? You must have heard something in the village, right? That's just gossip, nothing worth talking about. What are you talking about? Please don't insist, miss. With all due respect, I can't resolve myself to defile your late grandmother's name. Something else? Well, what the old days said. Tell me how what it's like the old days, I mean, mom before. My gosh. Oh, there were only your grandmother, Madame Adelaide, and me Sophie living here. Your grandfather died when your mother was still little, an illness that took him without warning. The doctors didn't know what to do for this poor man, but when I had arrived, it was something else. There was a lot of people living in this castle. The cousin, the uncles, the aunts, those sworn children's. What happened? I don't know really. There were some unexplained death accidents. Some of them left the area go out to touch. It all started when the mall just bought the sawmill. There must be a connection. What's the connection? There must be connection. Yay, I get the stars. Seems crazy, but there must be a connection, don't you think? Can you really believe the coincidence? I can tell this. All I could see is a small fall flourish to the tall tours with us. I met Malta's son at the bakery. This hooligan, I know it's none of my business, but you should be wary of him. He's a good for nothing who spend his time doing know what hang around his car. Well, I don't judge people. Yay, I get sun. I'm sure it's not that bad. With the family he's dealing with, it mustn't be easy. Well, since what you're asking about the past, would you like to see the old photos album? Sure, tell me where I can find. I love to take a look. Thanks. The cupboard in the living room. There are even some pictures taken by your great father. You'll see. Something else. See you later, alligator. Sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you. I'll come back later. What should I do next? Oh, those weird creaky sounds. Look at the pictures. I found the pictures where Miss Burton told me they would they would be. Discovered that my great grandfather had had an early had an early passion for the dark room, and that is photograph from the last century had survived time. Surprisingly, yes, the family picture was larger with a swarm of children in the gardens and large table in the holidays gathering. If I could read worry in the adult's face, if the picture wins the dereliction of the house Delatour could already crack the wall and yellow the papers. It wasn't showing these old brotherhood types. I found a couple of pictures of my mother as child first, then a young girl. I must admit, it was moved this discovery, since I had never seen that used to take took look like when she was younger. Then then the last picture showed her belly getting rounder and rounder, and then nothing. No more pictures, as if nothing worth documenting had happened during the last 30 years. Talking Miss Porter aroused my curiosity. The tower, the village, the Maldavar, and I thought my relocation would mean living life, austerity, austerity, and isolation. What's going in this village? I must admit, much more intriguing than I anticipated. Fortunately, the chores is very everyday life catch up with me before I have the leisure to think about it. I have no choice but to dedicate the last day of August to preparation of my classes at the middle school, and I didn't realize how time consuming it was. So I spent the most of my time confined to the house, boning, boning up in the textbook of each class I've been given. Yay, school days. Uh, high school. I miss high school. Then the first day of school arrived, and oh my god, guys, I apologize. This is my third time. Skip those, so you can pause it and rewind it if you didn't read it. So I'm gonna end this video because it's already chapter 2. And this chapter 2, what will next happen? I don't know. So I'm gonna see it. See you on the next video. Don't forget to like this and don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.
I got the juice. I got the juice. Boy, yeah,
I am so exhausted right now.